Good afternoon, traders. Today is the biggest one-day gain I've ever had in my account ever. I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy moly, what a day. So yeah, we got a lot to cover today. Super stoked about that. Um, but I have to share with you what happened for me this weekend. So one thing is I picked up so we have a new tailor here in town. I've never had my suits altered or tailored or anything. I just buy them off the rack. And I mean, I've been on TV hundreds and hundreds of times with the same old off the rack suits. And so I went by that tailor the other day and I took a couple jackets in. And I bought all these suits when I was like 55 pounds heavier. And I take all the jackets in there and he takes off 2 sizes, right? Just around the stomach, not around the weight, not around the arms or the chest, of course. Got to keep the gains there, but takes off 2 sizes around the stomach there. And I just, for business purposes reasons, I have to wear them on live stream to justify that they're a business expense. So that's what we got today. But yeah, I was very happy to take that in. But I got to tell you what happened over the weekend. So this weekend we were celebrating my wife's 41st birthday, and we went to a murder mystery dinner. So I don't know if you've ever done this before, but this particular one I was not expecting. It was myself, my wife, and another couple of ours, a couple friend of ours, and friend couple. That's what I'm thinking of. Another friend couple. And we get there, and it's at a restaurant, and they seat us, and a couple minutes later, one of the attendees comes by and hands us like a clip-on necktie and a name badge that says Kenneth Lay from Enron, right? Hands it to me, and it's like, okay, you're playing Ken Lay tonight. I like my wife, and I'm like, I didn't want to be a part of this. I'm just here for the show. And she's like, oh, it'll be fun. And then a few minutes goes by and I'm eating my salad. And this lady walks over and she's like, oh, Ken Lay, tell me all about yourself. And I still have like half a plate of salad. And I look at her and I'm like, let me finish my salad at least before I start all this. And she's like, okay, fine. And she walks away. And I'm talking to the other friend couple of ours. And I'm like, I really don't want to, like, I legit do not want this attention here. I just want to sit and enjoy the show. I don't want to be a part of it. And so the male in our friend group, he was like, yeah, you know what, I'll take it, it'll be fun. He works at Toyota. He's super smart, and he's also the scout leader for my kids scout groups. And dude nailed it. Like, he nailed it out of the park. He had so much fun. He had such a great time. They actually gave out awards, and he got the best actor award. So I was like, you were the perfect man for the job, my friend. But it was really cool. Like, lots of different things happening. And then at the end, you write down who you think did it and why. And so we did that, and a few minutes go by, and they announced that our team won the game. So my wife, for her birthday, won the game. She got a certificate and everything. And I just thought that was super cool, right, to be able to do that with her. So I enjoyed that a lot. So now that everybody's here, good to see you, Peter, Leo, Yorn. Good day, good day. Michael is here. Sebastian's here. Hey, winners. Exactly. That's that kind of day. Buenos tardes to you, my friend, mi amigo. Like the IRS is watching. You know what? Have you ever seen what is that show on HBO where it's the Righteous? What is that show? It's the one with John Goodman, and they are, I'm trying to think. Righteous Gemstones. That show is so freaking good. But funny story is, one of the adult children in the group gets a monster truck for his birthday or whatever. And his dad's like, look, you have to include the monster truck in just one sermon. That way we can write it off as a business expense. So that's how I live my life. Real funny story. I was talking about getting a keg of Guinness to have here at my house. And I was talking to my wife. I was driving down the road and I was like, do you think there's any possible way that I could write that off as a business expense? So yeah, just things that I think of. I am not. No, I'm not. You forgot to read that you're a part of it. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, my wife loves murder mysteries. I mean, she's on the murder mystery podcast. She reads all the murder mystery books. She watches all the murder mystery Netflix documentaries. And I'm always like, are you planning something here? What are you doing? Yeah, exactly. Aloha, Max. Glad you make it. Righteous Gemstones. Have a dinner party. Ooh, with the keg of Guinness. Now that actually makes a lot of sense. Maybe I can invite you guys to the dinner party too. That'd be really cool. But you know what? I did see this story that I wanted to share with you real quick. So, of course, the big headline everywhere right now is the fact that the Secret Service was outfoxed by a 20-year-old. And so this person here was talking about what's going on with the Secret Service. And so I want to hear what she says.
It's always a pleasure to join your program. We're all just shaking our heads, especially those in law enforcement. I've worked events with Secret Service in the past, and how this ever occurred is mind-boggling, and it's actually terrifying for America. If a 20-year-old can disrupt the political process in the United States and ignite this massive firestorm, look at our adversaries. Can you imagine? They're probably sitting back laughing.
That's a really great point. First off, my first concern is copycats, right? People trying to do this again to Trump, and people maybe taking the opportunity to do this to Biden. Neither of those are a great idea. I don't think anybody needs to be doing this, but now that they think that they can get around the Secret Service, this is now a game that people are going to start playing. I'm not interested in that game whatsoever. And then, like she's saying too, like our foreign adversaries, they're looking at this like, how in the world could you let this happen? Our foreign adversaries are taking this as an opportunity to say, I wonder what else we could pull off. Yeah, give me a break.
Inexcusable. It is unacceptable. And how this occurred, it is a failure. It is a failure. The investigation will come out eventually. Unfortunately, a lot of Americans do not trust the investigation by the FBI that's going to be conducted. But I know that, Congress will be involved as well.
And how could they trust the FBI after years of the fact that they're sending the FBI onto school board meetings, calling them domestic terrorists for having a differing non-woke opinion? I think a lot of people are over this right now.
How did this happen? How did the shooter ever get within that close proximity? 130 yards is extremely close, and it's mind-boggling. I think there are some major issues going on behind the scenes that a lot of us may not know or understand. There was an event that Jill Biden was actually attending on July 13th at the exact same time in the Pittsburgh area, the same time, the same location as President Trump. And I believe that the U.S. Secret Service is probably understaffed. They are being overworked.
Oh, you know what? I didn't know about that. Maybe they were trying to split resources between the two of them.
Understaffed, underpaid, and it's difficult. And so I imagine that maybe they didn't have enough individuals for that event, and maybe they were relying more on the locals for the event, and maybe delegating responsibilities. It's difficult. You don't want to point the finger at, without the facts. I don't want to, point the finger at the wrong individuals, but it is an epic fail. And President Trump is alive because of the grace of God, not because of anything else, because of luck and the grace of God.
Absolutely. Well said there. Brian said, hang on. Where'd that comment go? Have a dinner party and write it off to make it a murder mystery. If we fire Everton, be a mistake is made, then nobody would be in banking or any other company. Oh, if we fired everyone after a mistake. Exactly. Yeah. Like our foreign adversaries have room to talk, their leaders get knocked off as well. Nice to see their mainstream is now concerned about how the FBI acts. It's only taken 60 years. Brian, you and I are on exactly the same page all the time. That is for dang sure. But you know what? Let's take a look at the Dow Jones, right? The Dow Jones actually got a buy signal today. The ETF that tracks that we cover is called the DIA. And we got a buy signal on that just actually yesterday. And the performance summary on that, 35.61%. Not as high as the SPY, but still pretty outstanding, right? So the market is working at gangbusters right now. And let's jump right into it. All right, welcome to the OVTLYR Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I'm a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading using OVTLYR. And I'll be using the golden ticket trading strategy today, which is the 8 steps to turn profit hacking into pure gold. And I actually have come up with something. Yesterday, I spent about 4 hours. Today, I spent another 3 hours ironing this out. And I have not even presented this to Mahesh and Mark yet, but I think I found something. After the conversation we had yesterday, Leo, I believe, mentioned taking a look at the sectors. So I did that. So I'm actually going to open up the portfolio here so I can show you exactly what's going on. Here are my results. They're not spectacular year to date. This button here. Yeah. 49 trades, year to date return, -2.5%. But you'll notice we have had a really nice run in the last couple of days, especially today. What I've picked up, I was very, very surprised by. So these are all the trades that I've made this year. And in fact, let me make this a smidge bigger. Yeah. So here's the date that I made them. Here's the stock that I made it on. Here's my return on capital. Here's the account impact for each one. Here's the sector that one was in. This was part of my research yesterday. What sector signal, buy or sell in Outlier, corresponded on that date? What was the sector breadth on that date? What was the SPY signal? What was the SPY and market breadth on that date? And now when I say market breadth, I'm using the Outlier market breadth right here. The GeForce Game Ready driver is available. This is what I mean by market breadth, right? And then each individual sector has its own market breadth as well. So I went through this, and where'd it go? Here. And I took a lot of detailed notes on mine and on Mahesh's portfolio. And one thing, Mahesh's is down here. One thing that I will tell you, between Mahesh and I, we have a very, very different risk tolerance, right? Mahesh doesn't run with the stop loss, or if he does, it's way bigger than mine. And that is not something I'm comfortable with. I have lost way too much money trying to trade without a stop loss, and Mahesh is killing it lately. So I'm not going to tell him he needs to do any differently. But looking at this, I found real clear correlations. In fact, I'd been working on this for so long last night that I had to stop. I had to spend some time with my family. But of course, being that it was on Google Sheets, I pulled it up on my phone and I'm looking at it because my family is actually watching Little House on the Prairie, which, by the way, if you have a family, it is such a good show. I've never watched it. My wife watched it while she was growing up. It's on Peacock right now. We're streaming like the entire thing. And it's so wholesome, right? The family values, the small town life and everything like that. It's just so wholesome that you cannot get on TV today. And it's very good. My kids, I did not expect for them to be able to sit through it, but man, it is quality writing that never goes out of style. So highly recommend Little House on the Prairie. Anyway, I got my phone while I'm watching Little House on the Prairie, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking at these numbers over here. And I'm thinking, okay, there's all these buys and sells and whatnot. And so then I was like, okay, well, what if it's like all green? And yeah, all green is great, but all green doesn't happen all that often, where the sector signal lines up on the same day as the stock, as the same day as the market breadth, as the same day as the SPY signal, etc. And I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, what if we disregard just the market sector's signal, right? So if it's industrials, XLI signal. If it's staples, XLP signals. Healthcare, XLV signals, whatever the case is. If we just disregard that, what does that give us? I could not believe my eyes. When I did the math, I was like, no freaking way. So of course I had to rush in here on my PC and work on it some more. It was the difference in, I'll tell you what, let me put it this way. It was the difference in 2.5% gains for the year versus 26% gains for the year. It was the difference between a 44% win rate cumulative versus an 84% win rate. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, what the frick did I just figure out? So what I found was that if I had not those three things set up, SPY signal, sector breadth, market breadth, if I didn't have those three things set up, my win rate was 30%. If I did have those set up, 84%. Holy win rate. Yeah. The average return is 30 percentage points higher, from negative 10% to 20%. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my gosh, I knew this was good, but I didn't realize that we had this that we were sitting on top of. So I will be enacting this from this moment forward, but that also means I will be trading a lot less, right? A lot less. I was like flabbergasted, floored. My breath was taken away whenever I went and said, okay, if it's just these three, sector breadth, SPY signal, market breadth, wait a minute. All of these are winners except for a couple. Holy cow. And then if it's the other way, right, it's like a 30% win rate. So, I mean, it is amazing. Yeah. I like less trading for sure. Quality over quantity. Yeah, dude, I could not believe it. Mark and Mahesh don't even know about this yet. We hadn't chatted on it. But yeah, 84% win rate. Now that's just my trades, right? That doesn't include Mahesh's trades. And honestly, Mahesh's trades are hard to include because he has a very different risk strategy than I do. But there's, of course, lots of opportunities that come every single day. And I'm just looking at this like, oh my gosh, I knew this was going to take over the world. Now I have the data to back it up. And honestly, it makes me think maybe I should increase my position size, maybe up from 5% to 7%. So either way, I'm super stoked about it. We've got a lot to cover. Mahesh, dude, do me a favor, Mahesh, go back about 5 minutes on the live stream scrubber and check out what I was just talking about. But yeah, the win rate on this, Mahesh, when I combine the SPY signal being on buy, the sector breadth being bullish, like we talked about with the 10 EMAs, and then the market breadth also being bullish with the 10 EMAs, 84% win rate on the stocks that I've traded. Dude. Unbelievable. So with that out of the way, we will absolutely be making changes from this point forward. And I will definitely be updating the spreadsheet, or not spreadsheet, but the PowerPoint for that. Upload it into the VIP investors group or VIP investors toolkit. But yeah, dude, like Mahesh, I told you, dude. I told you we got something amazing here. All right. So it always starts with the market. We're going to let the market tell us which direction it's going. And the market is going gangbusters right now. Absolutely out of control gangbusters. But you know what? The biggest thing for me, Mahesh, is when I'm looking at my results here, I'm looking at this like on the left. This is my actual results for the year, about down about 2.5% versus being up 26%, right? Cumulative win rate, including all of the setups, is 44. And if it's not set up, the win rate was only 30. Win rate, if it's only setups, 84.62. So yeah, unbelievable. So anyway, I'm really stoked about that. We need to go back to the market. Look at this out of control move. By the way, we talked yesterday right after the close. Dude, I may not get all of my trades in today. I just looked at the time. Yesterday at the close, I didn't even realize Bank of America was having earnings, and I did not plan on keeping it on. But unfortunately, I left it on because it like blew it out. You betcha. It blew out the expected move, right? Look at that. Huge. So I'm going to remove these expected moves from yesterday. Let's go through. We have 6 trades on before we add anything new. So we do have a lot to cover. We have a lot to do. Let's start with BA. No, I don't have it sorted here. We'll start with NEM. NEM, we need to roll up. We got a lot to do today. I don't even know if I'll have time for new trades. NEM. All right, so we're currently in the there it goes. Okay. We're currently in the August 16th 42.5s. Now NEM has gone up 1 ATR. So when that happens, we're going to be doing this more than once today. So I'm just going to cover this once and we'll go through it. For every profitable ATR move, can you roll up for a credit? Most likely, yes. As one orders, sell to close the original position, buy to open closer to the money, same number of contracts, but it still needs to have liquidity that we're looking for. It's going to free up partial profits, keep the capital, takes partial profits, frees up capital now, and keeps the trade alive. And then we'll move up our half ATR point as well. So NEM, looking to roll from the 42.5s. So this would be a sell to close of 42.5, rolling up to the 45. I was hoping we could roll up a little further. 85 cents on 435 is how much? That's our extrinsic value. 85 over 435. 19%. That's right on. That's spot on. All right. So 212 is approximately that's the midpoint right now. We took the trade and we got the trade for 532. So we're going to get nearly half. How am I feeling? I'm feeling this is a year that there was a lot of experimentation to be done. This is the first full year that we've been working with this. But I'll tell you, like, these sort of revelations, they don't come if you're sitting and complacent, right? So actually being down year to date has really prompted me to look for these type of things. So it's all good, my friend. All right, so rolling from the 42 to the 45, taking in roughly $2 in credit. We started the trade at 532, so we're basically taking off half the risk, which puts more money in your pocket right now. So let's roll NEM 42 and a half up to the 45s. Let's see where we can get filled. Starting at, I know we're not going to get filled at 210. So let's start at 205. Let me mark it down, 204. There we go. Okay, rolled it. The fill price was 204. So that's pretty cool. Taking profits now, keeping the trade alive. And then the current value is 435 on that option. Okay. So currently I'm up about roughly 20% overall on this trade. Rolling it up, we're at 48.46 right now. Half an ATR lower is going to get us to, I'm going to have to hustle. We only got 20 minutes left for the market and I haven't even looked at it. $1.16, 58 cents, 47.88. All right, so that's my half ATR rolled down point, but I didn't look at any, shoot. I didn't look at NEM's sell into strength point yet. I didn't look at the behavioral heat map on it yet. Looking at it now, it's at G6. Okay, so it went from 1, 3, 5, 6, and I would get out at G11. So that looks good. Let me put it in the Discord real quick. Roll. NEM. All right. Reply. Today is the 16th. Rolled NEM. We rolled from the 42 and a half to the 45. And we took in 204. Yeah. Cool. I love it. Next. Let's go to KBH. It's up 7.5% right now. Did you see KBH? Oh my gosh, what a signal that came through on OVTLYR. Goodness. This one I'm excited about. We may be able to roll for like almost no risk at all. KBH. All right, KBH. Give me a second here. I need to update my spreadsheets. Got it. Okay. KBH. We got in the 70s yesterday. KBH, August 16th, 70s. Oh, man, this has been a huge trade. We got in at 765. It's nearly double. It's nearly 100% higher at this point. In fact, let me write that down. 1310. I'm up 71% on this trade at the moment. Man, what a killer. What a killer. Dude, I know. It's always the one you miss, right? Or you don't ever buy enough of the one that works out, but you always buy too much of the one that doesn't work out. Dude, I know exactly that. Okay, KBH. I want to roll. Can we, what was the move today? How many dollars did it go up? 76 up to 82. $6. Might be able, okay, we're $5 wide. That's what I was curious of. All right, so we're going to sell to close the 70, buy to open the 75, $4.60. I was hoping we could get closer to $7. But no, that's okay. Okay, and so this is a decent bit wide from $4.20 to $5 to make the spread. So let me see where we can get filled. So I'm going to start KBH rolling up the 70 to the 75. Okay, rolling up the 70 to the 75. I'm going to start at 450. See if I can get filled. Sometimes when these spreads, because you've got to figure out the spread for one of the options and then the spread for the other option. And sometimes you can meet in the middle and do really well. At 460, I don't think we'll get. I put in 450, not filled. Try 445. Okay, I'm filled. My actual fill price was 450, so that'll work. So 450. Rolling up the 70 to the 75 on KBH. Man, what a trade. All right, so we rolled the 70 up to the 75 for 450. All right, cool. That trade is there. Let me mark it down in my notes. 450, and the current price of that option is, oh, I didn't mean to click that. Just a second. It's my camera settings. Current price is 840 on that option. All right, so still up around 69% gain for me on that one. Hey, it's a killer. I'll take it. I needed it, Yorn. All right, KBH, done with that one. Oh, no, we're not. Dadgum. Forgive me. Super running out of time. In fact, let me do a couple of things while that's loading in the background. KBH, I was going to sell into strength at G15. It's currently at G6. Yesterday was G5. Now it's G6. Okay. 72 on the bull list today. Filter for greens. We rolled at 82.24. And the half ATR, we need to move up. Current ATR value is 2. I'm in the way. Current ATR value is 260, so $1.30 down from 82.24. 82.24 minus 1.3 is 80.94. Cool. Rock and roll with KBH. Let's go to CLS. Not ready to roll on CLS, but man, it got close. Let's go take a look at its sell into strength. There we go. All right, G31 yes. Oh, we need to close this. G31 yesterday, G31 today on CLS. Okay, that is a heat map stall. Right here, that's a heat map stall. So I need to get out of that. CLS. All right, CLS. Okay, CLS. We're in the August 16th. 55s. So this is a sell to close right now. See where I can get filled at. 985. I doubt we'll get that. I'm going to start at 980. On CLS, 980. Okay, I'm filled at 980. I'm out of CLS. That was a decent trade. I'll take it. One off the board. Got some funds back. CLS. Reply at 980. CLS, August 16th, 55s to close at 980. Today is the 16th. So no, that's not what I want this one. Closed CLS 55s for 980, which was 12.84% win on the option to the account. That did 1.31% gain. Okay, moving on. CLS. I'm gonna take it off my main list because we gotta keep moving. BAC, the winner of the day. Let me tell you, BAC is just crazy, crazy awesome. Was not expecting to be in BAC and turned out great. But we do need to roll. It's gone up more than 2 ATRs at this point. Okay, BAC in the 39s. BAC August 16th, 39s. What was the move today? From 41 up to 44, so about $3. So maybe we could try $3 up, the 42s. Gets us at 76 delta. That'll do. 50 cents on 275 is 18%. That'll work. Lots of liquidity. Extrinsic value looks fine. 10 cents wide. All that looks sharp. All right, rolling from the 39 to the 42 on B8. No, I did that wrong. Sell to close. Buy to open. Like that. 278. 278 on a $3 spread is really, really good. I like that. I'll try and get that. All right. All right, roll up to the 42. Same number of contracts. 39 to the 42. 275. Let me try 275. Oh, yeah. Filled at 275. That's why I like liquid stocks. So you can get right in like that. Boom. 275. Rolled. And this is at 44.17. I don't know if we're going to have time to put any new trades on. Ugh. 87 cents. $43.73. Cool. All right. Amazing trade on that one. AFL. You should start seeing a lot more money in your account for your buying power right now after rolling those three or working with those three. Okay. AFL. Knowing. Oh, wait. Oh, frick. BAC. I've got to get better about looking at that. G24 cylinder strength. I'm sorry, did I update the Discord? No, I didn't. On the 39 up to the 42. What was my credit on the trade? I don't remember. 275. Okay. BAC. It went from G14, 15, 16, 18. All right, all that looks good. I said I'd get out at G24. Okay, we're clear. AFL. It's not where I need to get out for any risk sake. So I'm only looking to get out. I haven't got to AEM yet, Brian. Or not Brian. Yorn. 273. Max, rolling is really, really cool. So whatever you roll, I know I briefly went over that. Rolling up the option allows us to take partial profits now. It keeps the trade on because you still own a long option, but you've now taken the long option. So like if we bought it for $5, rolled it up for $2.50, I now have taken $2.50 into my account as profit right now. So my risk is now only $2.50, right? So I started at $5 of risk. Now it's only $2.50 in risk, but I still get to keep the trade on. How cool is that, right? So I have half the risk. I've already taken partial profits. And if the trade continues to work, I get to keep it on as long as I want to. So that's one of the main reasons we roll. We haven't got to AEM yet. Dadgum, it's all 254 already. AFL. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to try and rush any trades on this afternoon. We will try to put those on tomorrow. We'll just put them on the list for tomorrow. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. G9, G11 today on the behavioral heat map on AFL. So AFL stays. And then lastly, Yorn was asking about AEM. Brian says, can you work up trades and send out what you would have done? We can enter morning off if we choose. Yeah, I mean, I can still take a look at it. That's actually a great idea, Brian. That's a great idea. That way we don't have to stress out. Okay, so we've rolled AEM once already. Now we get the opportunity to roll AEM again. I didn't realize we were up that high already on AEM. Cool. Let's check the heat map real quick before we roll it. So AEM, here's a great example, Max, since you were asking. We started AEM with an option that cost $9. We rolled up the option once already for $4.25. And if we roll it again, G5, G8, okay, that looks good. We got G13. Rolling it up again. So we started at the, which strike did we start at? The 65 AEM. We started at the 65, then we rolled up to the 70. Now we might look to roll up to 75. Is that what I see? Yeah, we're in the 70s. Might look to roll up to 75, but the delta is really, really low. I was hoping it would be a little bit higher up. $2.49 on $4 is not going to work. Nah, we're going to keep AEM. We're not going to roll up AEM. Unfortunately, it doesn't have it. The pricing is just not there. But for example, just example sake, if we did roll, all right, so we started at $9 on the 65. So start at 9, so negative 900, right? That's where we started at. Rolled up. Remember, you're keeping the same number of contracts, so we're just going to use one lots here. Rolling up and adding 425. So now our risk is only 475. Okay. So let's say if we rolled again, I'm not going to, but let's say if we did the 70 to the 75, we could take in 355 and credit again. That means our total risk in the trade would only be $1.20, right? So we took a $900 option, a $900 trade, and reduced the risk all the way to $1.20 in this case. But we're not going to be doing that today. So that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and push forward. We're not going to roll AEM. I'm going to push forward to see what comes through. If you need to bounce, please, by all means, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to work up a plan we can come up for tomorrow. Golly, there's a lot. July 16th. Now I'm just going to do a quick filter. For high liquidity, there's only 13, or there are 13. Go to the main list, or the bull list here. Edit. Okay. Now I'm going to refresh this, and it's going to check for earnings. It's going to check for no order blocks in the way, no earnings next 3 days, and the price is moving in our direction. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take a look at them real quick. Amgen. I know for a fact Amgen is going to be too expensive. I only like $10 or less. This is going to be like 30, I bet. Yeah. 80 deltas, $27. Bro. What is bro? That's funny. Bro. Oh, probably not got a lot of liquidity here. Nope. Wouldn't trade bro or Amgen. CBRE. I know I've traded CBRE before. Look at that one. Oh, it's got an order block here. It's only $2 away. Liquidity is not great either, so I would skip that. EA Sports. It's in the game. This one looks decent. 40 cents wide. 274 on 960. 28%. I mean, it's not all that great. It's 40 cents wide. 30% extrinsic value. 70 delta. I'm not going to stress about that. Val. That looks okay. What's the extrinsic? That can't be right. I think it's messed up because the market closed. All right, we'll skip Val. We'll go to Zillow. Holy Zillow. Look at that. 54 up to 56. It doesn't have all that much room. Okay, here's my interpretation of all this. Only Val and Zillow might have even crossed my radar. I can take a look at Zillow again tomorrow if I don't forget. But you know what? We did so much today. Let's talk about what we did. We closed CLS and we rolled. Jeepers, how many did we roll? 3, 2? We rolled 3. NEM, KBH, BAC. Closed CLS. So who does that leave left? NEM, KBH, AFL we didn't do anything with. AEM we didn't do anything with. That's right. So huge day today. And of course, we also talked about some new data that we found, which will mean I'll actually be trading less, but in those periods where everything lights up, I'll be trading very aggressively during those times. So what a crazy day today. I appreciate all of you being here. I hope Mahesh filled. Congratulations, Mahesh. His first day trade ever. Way to go. And listen, Mahesh, I can tell you one thing. They don't all work out that way. I'll never forget. This was early on in my trading career. I wanted to day trade. And I spent all day long watching the market. All day. Tick by tick by tick. And I'm sweating, getting ulcers by the minute. And at the end of the day, my account was down $8. And that was a light bulb moment for me. Like, maybe I shouldn't be a day trader, right? I spent all this work all day long, and what do I have to show for it? A negative $8 P&L. It could have been way worse. I agree, but that was not worth the time to do for sure. All right, thank you all so much for coming to the OVTLYR Trading Room today. I'll see you tomorrow, right back here, same time, same bat time, same bat place. Talk soon.